from Blue's Clues. Like, oh, hey guys.
I know, that's what I was like going for, like a little talk show type of thing. Anyways, the live stream has begun. 2 days in a row. Bet y'all ain't used to that. I did a long stream yesterday, so I have no problem getting off of here early today, especially if it's boring.
Don't worry, I'll join.
You might be right.
So, seems to be the trend, so.
You might be right.
I'm trying to just open up the conversation and then.
I will give people some time to join in. Oops. Let's see. Bruh, stop chatting to me on the live stream.
What?
I slept horribly. Actually, that's a very good point. If y'all don't follow me on other social medias, then you don't know that our neighbors kept us up all night and pissed me off. Let me type this for anyone that comes in. It was like the first time I woke up was like 2 or 3 in the morning. It had to be 3 because I didn't even go to sleep till closer to 2. So mad loud music, mad loud singing with the music, and it
No,
just
they were like belting.
yeah, like literally as loud as you know, like at the club, like if you got like 4 of your homies are mad drunk and it's a song that everyone likes come on, you're like ah. That's how it was, except we're not at the club, bro. We were sleeping.
And it's like 4 a.m., 3 a.m.
Yeah, imagine just singing at the top of your lungs.
With the door open.
Yeah, in an apartment complex with the door wide open and the music blasting. That's what we went through. I'm a very light sleeper, so after I woke up, I just couldn't go back to sleep. Not that I would have been able to anyways, because they literally did it all night until
Like 7 a.m.
7. Yeah.
I didn't fall. No, it was like closer to 9 a.m. because I didn't fall asleep till like 9.
Yeah, it was bad. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted like a little clip of them singing or the music playing. They pissed me off. I was this close to fighting.
Facts, me too.
Like I was really out there, bro. Like first I was trying to ignore it, and I was like, "No, I'm about to go say something, bro." But what I didn't know, what we didn't know, was that today was a holiday. So not that it really helps, but I was thinking, why would someone be doing this on a Sunday night, bro, when people have to get up and go to work and stuff like that? But now I know. Now I know. If you move to another country, check the holiday schedule. What emoji is that?
The fish.
It don't look like a fish on the thing. Looks like the thing. Looks like the thing from Pac-Man.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was a holiday today. So then we also found out everywhere that we wanted to eat, everywhere that we would have wanted to go was closed. Couldn't go to the gym. So at first I was mad because they ruined what I thought was gonna be my morning training session. But then I messaged the gym owner and he was like, "Of course we're not open today." I was like, "Oh yeah, I knew that."
Duh.
So I wasn't gonna get to work out anyways. But still am not a fan of what they did to my sleep. Outside of that, it was an okay day. Didn't do anything because everything is closed because it's a holiday. The equivalent of Christopher Columbus Day. When is our Columbus Day?
It was last week.
Oh, okay. The equivalent of Indigenous Peoples Day, I should say. Because here is Dia de la Raza.
We have 2 people in the chat.
Maybe. You never know. Could be more or less.
It says 2 watching.
I know, but it says that. But because, like, let's just say there was 3 people creeping right now, like, listening with their phone off or something. Mm-hmm. Or closed, I should say, locked. It won't say that they're watching. Mm-hmm. But then if I ask who's creeping and say something, sometimes you'll see the thing go up from like 2 to 7 or something like that. Mm-hmm. So you never know.
Did you buy gummies?
No. What? No, I told you the thing was on like 20 seconds, and I was like, "Yo, we have to hurry up and pick it, or else it." I did. I don't have gummies either. Oh, because I tried to include you. I should have just got gummies for myself.
That's what you get for not trying to include me.
No, that's what I get for including you. I should have just got my gummies. They would have came. I would have just hit add to order. But tried to ask my wife if she wanted something. Just look out for yourself, boys.
Boys?
Silly boy. "15 biggest downsides of being highly intelligent." I'm about to read this. What's y'all's guess? What do y'all think the biggest downsides to being intelligent are? Where's the list at?
Is that you're not entertained by small things, and a lot of people around you are. So you're just like, no, can't relate. Oh, sorry, Jim.
Let's see. Man, this slideshow sucks. Feeling misunderstood for your incessant need to clarify facts. That's me. I'm the fact checker, bro. People hate me because I'd be like, that. Well, that's actually not true. And then they say I ruined the fun. You know?
It's true.
Prone to over-analysis and rumination. Yeah, no, not me. I don't overanalyze. I just go with the flow, baby. Mm-hmm. Overthinking replaces emotional connection. Sometimes. What else? Constant pressure of high expectations. Realize there's much to know. Misunderstood as arrogance and overconfidence. That's facts. Is that you? Oh. Someone's phone was ringing. Alright. Last night, it took about 20 minutes before pretty much anybody was up in here. So I'm gonna give it the good old 20 minutes again. if I get to 20 to 25 minutes and no one's in here, I'm gonna turn it off because I already streamed last night anyways. And on top of that, we just got left on a little bit of a cliffhanger on our show, and I would love to find out what happened on our show. Is that who I think it is? Let's jump on. Yeah, we about to have the music up with the doors open tonight. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all. Oh, they're probably just getting here for the first time. I think we just got new neighbors. I'm gonna lay down the law in the morning. I'm be like, look, this is how it goes on the block. No loud music, no talking crazy, no waking up until 1 a.m. That's the rules. Let's look at some good news. California will give some Mexican residents near the border in-state community college tuition. That's cool. Scientists have created synthetic sponges that soak up microplastics. It's good. I figured out yesterday why I love the live so much. Great info plus gives me nostalgic Xbox Live Party chat vibes. That's true. I feel that actually. How you doing today, Mike? Mike, you just got here, so you didn't hear me just rant about my noisy ass neighbors, bro. Last night, I maybe slept 1 hour, dog, because they were playing music with the door open as loud as possible from like 2 a.m. to like 9 a.m. We didn't know today was a holiday. But either way, I don't know, man. I feel like you could just party with your door closed, bro. Like, it was so bad that I got up. Like, all I did was just put shorts on, bro. I didn't put a shirt on or nothing. I walked over there. And I was about to say something. Well, I did say something. I'm not gonna lie. I said something. But they were so drunk that they didn't even hear me or notice my presence, bro. I'm like, oh, these dudes are faded, bro. Like, they don't even know I'm in front of them. So I just decided it was a losing battle and I walked back over here. But if you look at my Instagram, whenever on my story, I just posted like a little clip. When I first walked out, I looked with the camera, dude slumped on the couch in the, what is it called? Like the hallway. And the rest of them were in the room like partying still. But like I said, they didn't even notice that I opened the door. They didn't notice when I walked up. And I was like, it's not worth it. It would have been like 5-on-1 too. And I mean, I'm not trying to fight anyways, but if I did, it would have been like a 5-on-1 with drunk people that probably would have hit me in the head with a bottle. Not worth it, dog. Let's see. Man manages to give away his entire fortune during his lifetime. You know what? If I ever got rich, that's the only reason I really want to get rich. I just want to be able to like, like if I talk to someone and they're like, man, like my dream was to go to college and do this, but I don't have the money. I just want to be like, you know what? I believe you, bro. I'm gonna pay for that shit. Give me the info. I'm gonna pay for your college today, bro. All 4 years. All you gotta do is show up. If they don't show up, if they don't finish, that's on them. But that's what I would want a fortune for. I don't really have too much stuff that I want to buy myself, but giving big tips to high schoolers is a great feeling. Not at that level yet, but I love doing it. I'm gonna switch computers and join back. All right, cool. You about to get on the oh no, you're on the tennis account right now. I was about to say you about to get on the evil Mike Ben account. Right now I'm on the uplifting news subreddit. So I'm just reading feel good stories instead of just reading negative news, you feel me? So Simone Biles becomes most decorated gymnast in history. That was 10 days ago, but it's good news. There wasn't that much uplifting news in there, man. Unfortunately. Let's see what good news subreddit has. Okay, let's read this story. How 3 trash collectors reminded me to see the humanity in everyone I meet. Let's see what this story is talking about. Damn, I think it's a video. If it's not a video, I'll read it. If it's a video, I'm not watching it. In 1992, Jeff Balch's his mom died of cancer at the age of 60. She passed away on a weekend, and that Monday was trash pickup day. Balch was at his mom's house doing some yard work when a young man who worked as their trash collector came up the driveway. He was wheeling a large trash container. The man smiled and said, "Hey, how's Miss Balch doing?" Balch took a breath. He hadn't yet told the stranger about his mom. Ooh, let's see where this goes. And he said, "Well, she was very sick, and I'm afraid she died a couple days ago," Jeff recalled. He froze, he stammered, "I'm so sorry," and he lowered his eyes and hurried away. Balch remembers looking down as well, his eyes filling with tears. When he looked up again, he saw the man was joined by 2 other trash collectors, and now they were walking towards him across the yard. The older man in the group, the chief crew, went up to Balch and asked him if he was Mrs. Balch's son. Balch said, "Yes, well, we just want you to know your mom was the nicest person on our route." At that time, all Balch could manage was a quick thank you before the men walked away. Today, Balch is older than his mom when she died. How older his mom was when she died, and now on the trash pickup days, he sometimes finds himself thinking of those 3 men who went out of their way to say something kind about his mom. Balch says he can't recreate his mom's bubbliness as he talks to his own waste collectors, but he does try to treat them the way the workers treated him more than 30 years ago, as a person worthy of their time. It's all about perceiving the humanity in everyone we're dealing with. And that was the crew chief's gift to me, was to humanize that moment. It was a good story. I rock with it. You know, yeah, our society is very money makes you important or not, right? And it's a little bit different than that story, but I definitely was always taught to treat the CEO the same way as you treat the janitor. It's kind of crazy that you even have to say that though, because why should I treat you differently because of your job? You know what I mean? Like, working is working. Whether you make 300,000 or $30, like, how are you better than this guy or me or someone else? You know what I mean? So I like that story. It's a good little feel good story. Didn't go where I expected it to go, but it was good. And honestly, whenever I die, that's all I want people to say about me. Like, psh, that dude's a good dude, bro. Wow, Egypt receives a gold tier for the elimination of hepatitis C. That's I didn't know about that. They eliminated hepatitis C. Wow. Shout out to Egypt. Shout out. What in the hell? Rolando, what's up? Mr. Bombastic. She called me Mr. Bombastic. Tell me fantastic. Touch me on my back. She says I'm Mr. Romantic. She know about that, bro. You ain't old enough to know about that, bro. See what other good news we got. Burglary rates in the US have been rapidly declining over the past 30 years from 1,250 per 100K people in 1991 to just 271 per 100K in 2021. That's surprising. I'm not gonna lie. Because it really doesn't seem like the country is getting any better. But I will take the statistics word for it. That's good. That's very good, actually. That song has been stuck in my head. Have I what all the recommendations? I feel like looking up something interesting, but I don't know what's an interesting topic for the day. Rolando, you came in late on the stream last night, right? Every time you're not here, there's the most interesting people in the stream. Yesterday there was someone from Argentina. There was like two dudes from different parts of Colombia. Someone was from somewhere else I can't think of. But the Spanish speakers come in when you're not here, and then they leave, and then you show up. And then you start talking about language stuff, and I'm like, dang, we can't even ask them because they just left, bro. Why do you scare the Spanish speakers away, Rolando? What are you doing? I've been getting a bunch of YouTube shorts with Mr. Bombastic as the background sound. Have you gotten those recommendations? No, I haven't. Not yet, anyways. I mean, now that I just said that, tomorrow, that's probably all I'll get. But in this moment, no, I have not. I have not. That's such an old song too. It's kind of crazy. You know, that reminds me, this is kind of random, but sometimes I will look up a song if I like see someone say, "Oh, I love this song." I'll look up the song lyrics and I'll read the lyrics and I'll try to imagine how it sounds based on the lyrics and see if I get close. So I'll like read it and I'm like looking at the syllables and shit and I'm like, oh, we'll have to sound like Mr. Bombastic. Obviously, like I know that song, so that's cheating, right? But a different song that I don't know. I'm reading it and I'm like, damn, how would they make this fit in this line? And then I listen to it to see if I was like any kind of close. Most of the time you don't get close, but the occasions where you get real close, you're like, damn, I'm a musical genius. What are you laughing at?
Wilson, yes, to our costumes.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay! I guess I'm also not old enough to know about Napoleon Bonaparte. Bonaparte. I don't know. I don't know what you're old enough to know about. You talking about the actual Napoleon? You know, my favorite thing to do as a kid was to tell people, "Did you know Napoleon actually wasn't as short as everyone thinks he is?" Then they'll be like, "No, I didn't know that." Hey, my guy Luis was popping, bro. Hey, what did my mom just text us? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Yeah, Luis, I'm on 2 days in a row, bro. If today is like yesterday, it's gonna be lit. Cause the same thing happened. Nobody was in here like the first 15 minutes. Now people are joining in. You at the store? What you getting at the store, bro? Send me something. Rolando, what we talking about today, bro? Tell me something I don't know. Or tell me something that I might know. Maybe I can complement your information with other information, supplement your information with other information about the same topic. Those Takis. I ate some Takis like 2 weeks ago. I don't be really eating Takis to be honest, but they are good. Luis, you know that song? Hot Cheetos and Takis. Hot Cheetos and Takis. That might be too old for you. I don't know. I used to sing that when I was a kid. Hot Cheetos and Takis. Hot Cheetos and Takis. My fingers staying red and I cannot get it off me. Scientists in Brazil rediscover a tree thought extinct for nearly 200 years. Very nice. You know that song, Luis? What was it? I thought that was a super old song. I just had a thought, guys. Right now, like I said, I'm on the. Oh! I thought you was talking about. I thought you said you knew that song. You know, I put the song in the chat. Hold on. But I just had a thought. Right now, I'm in the Reddit called Good News subreddit, and I was just in uplifting news. And I always think whenever you're thinking of something or doing something, there's always the exact opposite of that. I wonder if there's like horrifying news, like besides the regular news. Like, is there a subreddit for the worst news ever? Hold up, Luis, I got you, bro. I'm about to put the song in the chat. Hot Cheetos and Takis. Hot Cheetos and Takis. My fingers turn red and I cannot get it off me. Have you been paying attention to the events in Gaza? I don't know what you mean by paying attention. I don't want to be like a war hipster, but I've been paying attention for years. And to me, I don't want to get too political, but to me, what's happening now is not much different than what's been happening. There's just a lot more light being shed on it right now. But if you like went to my Twitter and like searched Gaza, I've talked about it like years ago because like I said, it's not the first time this has happened. It's kind of the first time it's been in this major news cycle as heavy as it is, and you know, hey, you know how to change oil on a car? Is this something I can do myself? Yeah, if you're just trying to refill the oil, you can definitely do that by yourself. Um, Kind of tough to explain with no visuals, but if you pop the hood, I'm gonna assume you know how to pop the hood. If you don't know how to pop the hood, um, usually I don't know what kind of car you have, but if you go off to like the left, like if you're looking at the steering wheel, right? If you go like to the left bottom of your car, there's usually a little handle that's pretty low, and you pull that, and you hear the hood go. It's like a click, right? Then you go to the hood. You probably have to put your hands under the hood, and there'll be like a little latch that you'll have to slide that'll unhook the hood. Then you can push the hood up. Usually, if your car is not crazy old, it'll have something that'll automatically hold the hood up. If not, you might have to hold it up yourself. Um, but once you're holding the hood up, once the hood is up, you will see probably to the left up in the hood, you'll see like a twisty cap, and it will have like a design of like a oil cap on it, like you know, a thing that looks like you could do this, right? Let's start off the oil that you got from the store. First of all, you need to look in the car manual or Google what kind of oil does my blank car take. Go in the store, gas station probably has it. Get the type of oil that you need, pour up, and then the thing that you took out, it'll have a there's a stick, there's a dipstick, and so you can put it in there and you can look where the oil touches on the stick and it'll tell you if you have enough oil in your car. Or you could be lazy like me. I wait till my shit gets low, which you're not supposed to do. The oil light comes on, I go buy 2 things of oil and I just dump 2 things of oil in there and I know I got enough oil. But like I said, you can definitely do it by yourself. And once you do it, you're gonna feel hella accomplished. Like, damn, bro, I'm glad I did this shit myself. And then take it to the AutoZone for $70 or something. You know, worst come to worst, pull up a YouTube video. How do I change my oil? I promise you, it's gonna be like a 3-minute video, bro. It's not hard at all. It might be hard the first time, but after you do it once, you're gonna be like, oh, this shit is mad simple, bro. I can do this myself. There's some stuff I would do myself for my car, and there's other stuff where I'm like, bro, I don't have time for that shit. The oil thing, like I said, that's like pumping your gas, bro. Sometimes before I would go to work, my light will pop on. I run up in the store, grab the oil I already knew it was like the 520 shit. Dump it real fast, twist it back on, close my hood, go to work. But I'm not about to do nothing with no brakes. I'm not about to do nothing. I'm not about to do nothing else besides the oil, basically. That's what I should say. Fuel in it, putting oil in there, it's the only 2 things I'm gonna do by myself. And Rolando, you never followed up, so I don't know specifically what you're asking about, guys. Part-time mechanic. I'll be the worst mechanic in the world. I'll be like, well, I don't actually know what's going on with your car, but I don't think it should be making that noise. So we're gonna hold your car here tonight. Shouldn't be more than 24 hours, maybe $1,500, and we should have this back to you tomorrow, all fixed up. I'll call my expert. Have a nice noticed that many people are either completely pro-Israel or Palestine. I mean, it's kind of the only way that you can be in politics these days. There's no such thing as fence sitting, uh, and I completely understand that because while events are going on, it sounds okay to say you're fence sitting, but look back, it doesn't sound okay. And I hate when people compare everything to Nazi Germany, but we're gonna do that. Let's say there's Nazis, there's Holocaust victims, and you're like, you know, I saw some of those victims throwing rocks at the soldiers. So yeah, there was some violence on this side. There was some violence on this side. I don't condone any of that stuff. It's like, well, fence sitting in that situation is not good, bro. There's one side that's like absolutely wrong here, and so I would say, that's similar to the situation that's going on. Like I said, I don't want to make comparisons to Nazi Germany, but there's one side that is overwhelmingly destructive. There's one side that's overwhelmingly in power. There's one side that's occupying. Uh, so it's kind of hard to be like, people are like, oh well, I don't condone violence on either side. That's cool. I'm the same way. I don't think innocent people should ever get killed, but it's two different situations, two different parties with two different capabilities. And like I said, I don't want to get too political. I don't want to make any enemies in this live stream, but a lot of the stuff that came out early, me being the person I am, I would just ask people, I would say, yo, just show me what you're talking about. And they'll be like, well, this is firsthand information from blah, blah, blah. Like I had a lot of my Israeli followers that I didn't even know I had. They were pissed the first day I posted something, bro. And they're like, so you support terrorists? And I'm like, no, I don't, actually. But they didn't want to have a conversation, and they didn't have proof of anything that they were saying. They're like, so you support beheading babies? And I'm like, where's beheaded babies at, bro? Like, you're telling me that. I'm like, you got any like legit information besides you saying it? Because people would be like, well, no, trust me, I know someone that knows someone that said there was 40 beheaded babies. Bro, Joe Biden himself said this. And then his advisor had to come out and say Joe Biden made a mistake. He did not see any beheaded babies. And I'm like, how do you make a mistake about seeing beheaded babies? Because he's just repeating shit that somebody else told him, which is what happens in the beginning of all wars. It's always a shit ton of propaganda, a shit ton of false information that people run with that starts the war. We look back on that and we're like, how the fuck did they fall for that? But we always fall into the same thing. When the Ukraine, Russia stuff kicked off, hella stories about like mad courageous Ukrainians. I remember there was this story, it's been too long now, but it was like a group of Ukrainians and Russia was like, if you don't surrender this, we're gonna blah, blah. And it was like, well, the Ukrainian guy said, fuck you. And they all died. And I was like, damn, I believed it, bro. I believed it. It took like 2 weeks before it was like disproved. It was like, no, actually none of them died. Russia took them captive and blah, blah, blah. That whole message was completely made up. And I was like, oh, well, damn. That kind of changes everything. And then it just came out that a shit ton of stuff that was reported about Ukraine and Russia in the beginning was completely false, which is the same thing that's happening right now. I'm not saying that some terrorists from Palestine aren't doing stuff, but what I am saying is there's a lot of false information to make everyone in that area seem like they're just evil, like we talked about before. When you start calling people evil and you're just like, it's in their genetics, this is how everyone is there, it makes it easy for people to say like, yeah, flatten that place, kill them all. I don't want to like make up statistics, but look up the statistics of how young people in that country are because of murders that have already happened in the past. Look at the age, look at the demographics of that place. And then look at the stuff that Israel's prime minister, our people, nation leaders say, oh, well, they voted for this, so this is what they care about. And it's like, actually, like 50% of their population can't even vote. So I don't think all of them are voting for that. I think somebody was voted in this long ago. All the people that voted for him are probably dead. So like I said, it's a complicated situation for sure. But some stuff that's being said, man, like it reminds me of when we went to war in the Middle East, like where people just started completely dehumanizing the other side and just saying like, well, we should just nuke that whole place. They all hate us anyways. They're all this. They all believe in this. And bro, you actually talk to those people, just like I said last live stream. Your political enemies seem nothing like you, but you talk to people in real life and you'll go, oh, well, actually not that different. Like your religious belief is definitely different. The things you say you believe are definitely different. But when we actually talk, we just say, oh, I kind of disagree on this, but overall, you're cool. That's what'll happen. Any of the, and I don't want to defend Israel, but any of the Israeli people that have had a conversation with me about what's going on, they've been cool, man. And then like they've been, they've listened to what I said and they're like, oh yeah, no, 100%. I'm on board with what you're saying about that. I'm just saying, a lot of them will ask me, what would you propose? What do you think I should do? What do you think they should do? What do you think, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, I don't have the answers. And that's one thing I always say. I'm not like, well, Israel should not do this at all and they should. I'm not like that. But what I can say is attacking civilians is never cool. I can definitely say that from my time serving, and anyone that has served will notice, we have to take the Geneva Conventions super seriously. Why wouldn't someone else have to take it super seriously? Do you know that if an enemy combatant raises his rifle at me, he could point his rifle at my face, bro. I cannot shoot him. He has to shoot at me before I can shoot at him. But then these people can just say like, these terrorists are hiding amongst them. We're gonna flatten out the whole block. Like, no, bro, you actually can't do that. And they're like, well, it's just collateral damage. It's like, yeah, that's not cool, bro. Yeah, I've looked at the demographics, like half are underage, give or take. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. And so they talk like this is like a city of 30-year-old terrorists. I'm like, bro, it's a city of kids, basically, at this point. So, like, yeah, I know there's bad people there, bro. I know that there's people that are, um, like anywhere, in our military, you can look up, there's been several cases. I can show you videos where dudes had Afghani farmers on their knees, hands behind their head. Dudes are completely cooperative and they just shoot them. Um, does that mean that I think everyone in the United States military was horrible? No, I don't. But that's just how it works. Like there's always bad people everywhere. So yeah, I fear that, Rolando. I think that's why most people in the United States support Israel. Like the one time or a couple times I went to church with my best friend, the preacher was like saying we needed to support Israel and shit. That was like 2012 too. Um, but I also don't think, nah, not even I don't think, I know that this Israel is not the Israel that was talked about in the Bible. Like, it's just not. It's not what was going on, bro. Like, this situation is totally different. But, you know. And then also, I'm not gonna name him, but one of my clients, he said something even more interesting than I ever expected. He's Christian, and he was like, you know what? I don't support either side because one side is Jewish and one side is Muslim. Like neither one of them have accepted Christ into their life, and all of them are going to hell. And we need to actually bring the word of Christ to them and blah blah. I was like, damn, bro, that's a harsher take than anything I've heard so far. Oh damn, I just saw Luis's comment. Well, Luis, you probably won't read this or hear this, but hopefully that goes well for you. But yeah, Rolando, that's a tough topic, and I feel like on the internet, no matter what you say, you're gonna be wrong or super right. So, what's going on out there? That's tough, man. That's tough. But what I will say is, and I got your number. I could send you a bunch of stuff. I would say the higher officials in Israel are not even pretending like they're avoiding harming civilians. Like they're using words like flatten. They're saying that they don't care because, essentially, oh, there's terrorists there. So they're hiding amongst civilians. We need to take out everybody. Like they're not even pretending, which I don't think is okay. I understand that there's collateral damage in war. I think war sucks, period. But I don't like the way that they're going about it. You know about the conflict, but you don't know about the backstory. Um, I don't want to say anything wrong, but basically, because of Britain, because of the United Nations, Jewish people a long time ago were sent to this land, and they were promised X amount of land, right? But there was already people there, and so since that time, a long time ago, they've been spreading, and they've been taking all of the land, and they're in control of most of it, besides that Gaza Strip, right? And so you can see videos where people from Gaza, like, they just be like, this Jewish motherfucker took my home. Like, they literally went in my house and took it, and like, they will not be. What the fuck? How do you say it in English? Like, they don't regret what they're doing. Like, they're just like, well, if I don't take it, someone else is gonna take it. So, oh well. And so they're just spreading. They're spreading. They're taking more and more. And like even right now, like a day or two ago, they gave a 24-hour warning for anyone in North Gaza, like north of the river. They need to evacuate and go south of the river because they're coming to flatten that out. They're coming to kill everything there. They're bombing the shit out of it. And what'll probably happen is they'll occupy that afterwards. So they might rebuild it up, but the people that were there won't be allowed to come back. And so eventually they won't have anywhere to go and they won't exist anymore. Um, and so, like I said, what I speak on, it's not individual people, but just the concept of what's happening. So I don't ever want, any Israeli person that follows me or watches me or something to be like, oh, he hates Israelis, he hates Jewish people. It's not like that. But I think, the same way that we're American and we can acknowledge wrong stuff that our government does, wrong stuff that our military does, I think they can do the same thing. But they're just taught not to, which is whatever. Especially when you start getting like religious with it, like you're like, this is a holy war and this is supposed to be our land, and maybe they took it a long time ago and we're reclaiming it, shit like that. I can't get into that stuff. But like I said, I can only talk about like war stuff and like actual stuff that's going on that I think is wrong. And I think violating the Geneva Conventions, like I said, Israel has control of the water and the power grids. So they shut off the water, they shut off the electricity. That is, I will show y'all. That goes against the Geneva Conventions. Like, you cannot cut off supplies to protected persons, which are civilians. Geneva Convention rules. Protected people. I've been trying to send this thing, but it won't send. What is it? Imagine being an innocent person living out there and your kids getting killed. I know what you meant, bro. You have no involvement in the war and maybe even indifferent to it. Yeah. That's just how war works. Unfortunately, that's why I said there's no real winners in war. Just two losers. Um, and like I said, there's some stats, bro. You look, I have to pull it up too. I hate quoting stuff wrong, but like 30 families were like wiped out of the registry recently. And it's not like families of two. I'm talking about like for your family to be taken out of the national registry, like your whole bloodline, it doesn't exist anymore. There's no need to have this family's details in our stats anymore. They don't exist. So imagine your dad, your grandpa, your grandma, cousins, your bloodline is gone, bro. It can never be brought back because every single person in your family is dead. There's been like 30 of those recently, just from like the last 6 days, bro. Let me see. So I gotta show y'all the Geneva Conventions, and I have to confirm that stat that I just said. I don't like saying stuff and not backing it up, so. 20 families. I said already. Nah, Mike, you good, bro. I've done that exact same thing before. It's like your brain thinks about the word and person sounds like percent, and like you just type in, you're like, what the fuck? Why did I type that? Also, I'm not trying to talk about this too much because anytime I talk about certain stuff on Instagram or Twitter, I swear, bro, I know everyone says they get shadow banned, but my engagement will just like, bro, like on regular days, like 800 to 1,200, 1,400 people view my story. Bro, I'll post something about Gaza, and like the next day I won't get more than like 200 people viewing my story, bro. And I'm like, the fuck, like that's crazy. Or I like go the entire day without any notifications on Twitter. I'm like, yo, they're just like straight up not showing my page. That's insane. Okay, I said that, and I wanted to show y'all the Geneva Convention, the specific part that I'm talking about. Let's see. Relations with exterior, general provisions. No. Occupied territories. Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Section 3, page 185. Food and medical supplies for the public. All right, let me go to page 185. All right, actually, protection of civilian persons, that works too. I'm really looking for collective punishment. Just in case no one knows this, it's something that I've known since I was a kid. You can hit Control F and you can search the page. Alright. Punishment. No, not disciplinary punishments. I'm looking for a specific type in civilians. Okay. I doubt anyone's actually gonna click on this, but like I said, I just like backing up the shit that I said. You can go read the Geneva Convention for yourself. Just go to any section about civilians protected, and you can read like what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And you can look up the part about people that occupy territory, and you can read what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. Freshwater fisher. Do you actually fish, or did you just put that as your name? Oh, I love to fish. The Fisher Dude 41910. What's up, freshwater fisher? Did you fish today? If you didn't fish today, why didn't you fish today? Revelation says, I know your tribulation and your poverty, but you are rich, and the slander of those who say they are Jews and are not, but are a synagogue of Satan. The views of evangelicals who say they must unconditionally support Israel is biblically unfounded. The New Testament has turned its back on Jews who don't accept Jesus. Yeah, I realize you fish. You have football. Let me guess. You are 15 years old. 16? How old are you? Was I close? Two years off. So you're actually 13. I know you're not older than 16. If you are, I'll be surprised. Now we wait. I used to be a part-time psychic. Who is the liar but he who denies that Jesus is the Christ? This is the Antichrist, he who denies the Father and the Son. I'm waiting till ice fishing now to fish. Where do you live at? Canada? Michigan? Let me think. I could figure it out. Minnesota? That's gonna be my next guess. What else do you like to do besides fish? Hola, Yayos. Espero te encuentres muy bien. Saludos. Moto Loco. ¿Cómo estás? Hola, Yayos. Ooh, you like to hunt. What do you like to hunt? Let me see what they got in Minnesota. Deer. I don't think there's moose in Minnesota, is there? I feel like that's an Alaska thing. You like to hunt bucks? What's the biggest buck you ever caught or killed or whatever the word is? Killed sounds bad. Let's say caught. while you answer that, I'll be right back. I'm gonna refill my cup. Let's call up on drink. And let's drink, baby. And let's drink, baby. Let's call up on drink. Phew. Don't worry, y'all, it's grape juice. 8-pointer, nice. I'm not much of a hunter. I've done it in the past, but you know, I have nothing to brag about. Hey, Carlos Crazy, saludos, bro. Espero todo marche bien por allá. Todo bien por acá, bro. ¿Cómo estás? Squirrels? What do you hunt squirrels with? Do you still hunt squirrels with a rifle, or do you hunt it with something smaller? Cuidado con cuál vas vos. ¿Cuál bus vos? ¿Cuál bus vas vos, eh? It's a tongue twister. Traba lengua, bro. ¿En cuál bus vas vos? Ah, pellet gun. That makes sense. Have you eaten squirrel though? Because I have. I've eaten squirrel brains. I was about to say, Rolando, you don't have to keep backing up your point. We got it, bro. You win. It's getting active. I never know what time it's gonna be active in the chat. I be thinking getting on earlier is better, but every time I get on earlier, it seems like 9:30, 10 o'clock is still like the most active time. So 10:08. There seems to be 8 people watching right now. Is that true? I don't know. So you've eaten squirrel, but you haven't eaten squirrel brains? I respect it. To each its own. You like frog? I eat frog sometimes, frog legs. I've never eaten raccoon. It's not my type of thing. Eat crocodile, alligator. What else? What other weird stuff have I eaten? And everyone in the South eats deer, so that's not that weird. Some people haven't eaten deer though, which is strange to me. Outside of that, I don't know. I don't think I've eaten anything super weird. All right, Rolando, what's our next topic, man? What are we talking about? You're my moderator. Never had frog, not big enough up north. That makes sense. Freshwater fisher, what brought you to this chat? I'm always interested to know how someone ends up in this chat. What brings you here? What keeps you here? Is that cola or black water? Don't know. Could be grape juice. The icon. What brings you to this chat? Even though you've been here plenty of times. Just scrolling through. Is that something that you do a lot? Because I've heard other people have said that too. If I see someone random, they'll just be like, "Oh, I was just looking for live streams and I saw yours." But I've never got on YouTube and just like typed in live stream and listened to someone talk. So I'm just wondering, is that what you do? Or was there a different method that you went about it? Were you just watching videos and you saw the live stream on the side? Or what? Okay. What is black water? I don't know what black water is, Icon. Well, freshwater fisher, I hope that you've at least been a little entertained. I hope that you got what you were looking for by clicking in this chat. This is why I'm not a fan of troops being sent south of the border. I'm concerned about civilian casualties, amongst other things. Man, you want to know what? If you remind me after this live stream, because you have my number, text me and I will text you a video of something that a general said recently that's very, very concerning about oil that was recently found on the coast of Guyana. And she was just going on for like 2 minutes straight, like, yeah, you know, we need to improve our brand in South America. We need to start going into South America and blah 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 blah. And because Guyana has these oil stores, and we could do this and this and this, and we got these resources there. She literally said we have the entire Amazon rainforest. And I'm like, what do you mean we have? You're American. What are you talking about? So that was a concerning video. And I don't know that I could find it on here, but I definitely have it on my phone. So I can send you that when I get off of here. I could look for it right now. But I'm thinking in the near future, stuff's gonna be popping off in South America. I'll put an article in the chat right now about the oil boom in Guyana. And you already know. You know how America gets when we discover oil somewhere. More entertaining than the other streams. Wow. I don't know what I did, but I'm glad I did it. Hopefully I stayed more entertaining than the other streams. I can't promise you anything, but if you need anything from me, you let me know, and I will try my best. Beep, 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 beep. Is Guyana French territory? No. Guyana used to be British Guyana. And before that, I think it was Dutch. I'm making that up. I'm not making it up. I'm just making what I think up, if that makes sense. You have to fact check me on that. But it did used to be British Guyana. I know someone that was born in Guyana when it was British Guyana. So, remember I told you that I think the real reason I want to go south of the border is to jack Mexico's lithium and oil? Probably. It wouldn't surprise me. That's what I said, man. I think we all read stuff about the past and we see the stuff that the CIA did. We see stuff that the government did. And we're just like, wow, that was bad. I can't believe they tricked all those people. And then we just believe everything that they say right now. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist or anything, but it's just weird. Like when people read that stuff and just think that it's just totally different now. I'm like, not really. Fun to talk. Well, like I said, hopefully it stays that way. I enjoy talking here. I enjoy interacting. So as long as you say something, I will always respond to it if I see it. Mexico has some of the largest lithium mines in the Western Hemisphere, and they're not far from the border. I didn't know that. General talking I can find it. But Rolando, like I said, I'll send it to you later. Y'all got the gist of it. You can look it up yourself. We're definitely looking at South America. Not in a good way. What else? What else we talking about today, y'all? Last night, I think I streamed for 3 hours, bro. I'm not doing that tonight. But I'm already past the hour. I'm at 70 minutes, so I could see an hour and a half. If it gets crazy, I can see 2 hours. If it gets boring, I'm gonna definitely stop at an hour and a half. But yeah, last night it started real slow, then it got crazy interesting. Partially thanks to Axa, she made the stream more interesting. We were having childhood trauma talks on the on the live stream yesterday, me and my wife. So that was interesting for sure. What else y'all got? What else? Well, yeah, you know what? That's what I want to know. Well, y'all talk to y'all's friends, co-workers, all that stuff. What y'all be talking about? Like, what did you talk about today at your work? I know you shouldn't be talking about politics at work, but just asking. What did y'all talk about today? What was the most profound conversation you had? Or was it just all small talk? Is this your first real conversation? Freshwater Fisher, be right back. All right, man. We'll be here. If you're creeping, feel free to contribute. You know what? Recently, because of the amount of Spanish speakers that have been in my chat, I started wondering if there's Spanish speakers that are watching this to improve their English, and that's why they're creeping, because they wouldn't feel comfortable typing stuff out, but they want to listen to improve their comprehension. This is something that passed through my thoughts, because I used to watch Spanish streams, but I would have never typed anything in there. I was just listening so I could get better at listening. Si estás viendo eso y hablas español, déjame un comentario para que yo sepa. Obviously, that doesn't apply to my serious bilingual people. I'm talking about people in like South America and shit. My chats have been a little random recently, just random people pop up. I think the algorithm might go off of my location too. What the Susi vaca. Lexo 1538. Jesus loves you. Well, thanks. Yabba dabba. See. I was watching a podcast in Spanish about Latin American politics. They were talking about a Brazilian president selling out the Amazon to foreign corporations. I can't remember what they were talking about. They were definitely talking about what's his name? Boss. No, I can't think of how to say his name. Bolsonaro, whatever the fuck. Brazil. Yeah, Bolsonaro. That guy. Custo gusto verte y saber que estás bien. Hablamos pronto. Ok, well, nos vemos. Ronaldo. I knew you were talking about Ronaldo, bro. I knew when you typed C. You know, lots of people don't know that he's just saying C. They think he's actually saying, like, whoa, what do you mean Messi's not as good, bro? Don't disrespect Messi. He's the GOAT. Come on, dog. Don't disrespect Messi. You speak English or you speak Spanish? Or both? Or are you Brazilian? You speak Portuguese? Let me know so that I can cuss at you in whichever language you speak at. Hola. Whatever you just said in French with croissant, I feel like you don't actually speak French. No, I don't really speak Portuguese, but I'm about to start learning. That's why. Is it true? Sass? No, it's not true. Don't ask me stuff like that, bro. Nelson Stone, where did you come from? Have you been here this whole time? Do you speak good English? Are you from Brazil? They were also criticizing environmentalists to attack Brazil's. Why is this covered up? Oh, sovereignty by saying Amazon should be owned internationally. Yeah. Man, you know what? It's been a long time, but I remember an article about like people that were trying to protect the Amazon, like they were getting whacked, bro. Like one by one, they would just magically turn up dead. So, very interesting. Do I know Dreamy Bull? No, I have no idea. No idea who Dreamy Bull is. I'm from Kentucky, English, but I know a fair bit of Spanish. Oh, very interesting. What do you consider a fair bit of Spanish? I'm not like challenging you. I hope that didn't sound like that, but everyone has their own idea of what a little or a lot of Spanish is. So when people tell me like, I don't really know much Spanish, or if they say, oh yeah, I know tons of Spanish, sometimes I think I'm on the same page as them, and then I'm like, oh, that's not what I thought. Sometimes people say they barely know Spanish, and then I'm like, bro, you damn near fluent. What are you talking about? Have you ever had a mallet finger? I have. You should look it up if you don't know what it is. You're scaring me, bro. I feel like it's something that I should not Google. I kind of know. I think I know what mallet finger is. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. If you get me in trouble, bro, I'm blocking you. Mallet finger. Oh. When it straightens. Oh, okay. No, I've never had mallet finger, but actually do know someone that had this. I don't know what I think I might know it by another name. But no, I've never had that. You should look him up. Dreamy Bull has a great take on philosophy. Now, for some reason, I don't believe you. Dreamy Bull sounds really weird. So I'm definitely not Googling that. I'm just gonna have to believe you. You're gonna have to say something else to convince me that I should look that up because that just sounds strange. I can hold a conversation. It won't be too deep, but I can communicate. Okay, answer me this. Why did you learn in the first place? And what's stopping you from taking it to the next level? Do you not want to go there? Do you not have a reason to? Do you want to and you're working on it? Egg says egg. That's deep, bro. I say human. Egg? Egg or egg? Freshwater fisher, it sucks. Oh, you meant like egg. I thought you were saying like egg. Because I would have felt really disrespected if you said egg. But since you're saying egg, okay, we're cool. Def egg, okay. Good, we're on the same page here. He's a popular influencer and he has good takes on people with addiction. You told me earlier that you were translating from Mandarin. I don't know, man. This English is kind of good to be translated, so I feel like you're setting me up, but I'm gonna Google it anyways. Dreamy. No. I typed Dreamy Bull and meme popped up right after it. I've seen this dude's face before. I might look it up later. I definitely still think that I still think you're up to something. Freshwater Fisher, how did you get mallet finger, bro? Egg. You can answer with eggs or you can answer with real words. Why did you make an account called Egg? How many chats do you go into type in egg and what do you hope to get out of it? I'm like really interested in your thought process. I feel like you have to be mad bored at home to do that, which is cool. I'm not judging you. I am a little bit, but not really. Dolly 146, I got a question. Go ahead. Tell me your question. If it's crazy, I'm gonna block you. If it's not crazy, I will respond accordingly. I caught a soccer ball weird. Oh, you did one of these where and then it was like stuck like that? Or did it go backwards and it got stuck like that? Jesus says egg 5 times. Where did all these random people come from? I don't understand. I would like to get better. At the moment, I can't devote a ton of time daily to studying because I began studying for a master's degree, but it's still fun to speak Spanish with people. I would say this, I'm a random person giving you advice, but, I would just try to get some input in every day. Just, 5 to 15 minutes or something like that. Not a ton of time, but if you got time to I don't know, turn on a podcast, turn on the radio or something like that, just so that it keeps flowing through. Because if you don't, it's real easy to go days, weeks, months without hearing it, speaking it, and then you fall back a little bit. What's my favorite color? My favorite color is a toss-up between red and black. Jesus, where'd you come from? I thought you weren't supposed to be coming back yet. It's a little early, bro. People are not ready to ascend yet. What is an up north stereotype? And I'll tell you if it's true. Let me think. If I think about the stuff that I grew up thinking about Northerners, I went to school in New York, so pretty much everything I thought about Northerners, I've probably figured out already. We used to think everyone up north was super rude. They definitely told us that growing up. What do you think about that? this. Way opposite. See? I figured that. Like I said, I went to school in New York, so I got a taste of that. What else? I think being from the South, a lot of people are conservatives. They would mainly say that the North was liberal. I don't know how old, I don't know if you're old enough to really know that, but that's what people think. They think up north is super liberal, South is super conservative. So. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Honestly, I can't think of any other stereotypes about Northerners. I feel like Northerners have more stereotypes about Southerners than we have about them, if that makes sense. I try my best. I still chat online with people that I met from Peru. I started learning after I visited. Oh, when did you visit? And how long were you there for? And what part? That's interesting. Haven't learned that yet. That's fair. You're still young. I wouldn't think about it too much. Even when you get older, I wouldn't think about it too much, to be honest. Just live your life, man. Let me ask you this. What stereotypes do you have of Southerners? You're young. I imagine you probably haven't traveled that much yet. What stereotypes do you have? And I can tell you if those are true. Ugh. You know what's crazy? Let me check this poll. 27 people voted yes or no about liking the stream, but there's only 7 likes. How can you say yes you've liked the stream? Oh, I should have said have you clicked like, because y'all probably think I'm asking you do you like it. I'm not asking you do you like the stream. I'm asking you did you give me a like. Let me think 1 minute. Okay, take your time, bro. I will be here. Ready to answer. Hey, Pinguino, you never responded. I did the dab for you, bro. Why didn't you respond to my dab? Is Killeen or Dallas the South? I think Houston is more southern than Dallas. I feel like Dallas is more western than southern. I don't even know what you mean by that, to be honest. But based on my travels and people that I know, most people don't think Texas is the South. Funny enough, I know you can laugh at that because we're both from Texas, but we're considered our own place, and they consider us all more western than southern, which is interesting because I'm like, we're the fucking third coast, bro. Don't disrespect me. We're the South. Crazy. I've been to Florida, and I think they eat a lot of gator, shrimp, and have fruity cocktails. I've only been to Florida twice. I can't really speak on that. That's definitely not the life that I'm living, but I do like wine. My aunt, not by blood, I'm a white boy, ha ha ha, is Peruvian. Her family is there, so she took me to visit. I was there for around 2 weeks in Lima. Okay, that's cool, bro. So, I mean, I'm not trying to like dig up all in your personal life, but that's super interesting. How is this person considered your aunt? And that must have a crazy strong bond for her to be like, you should come to Peru. And you're like, yeah, I'm down to go. Because I know a lot of people, and they probably wouldn't invite me to where they were from. And if they did, I probably would be like, nah, thanks, but I'm not trying to fucking go to your home country. Like, I don't mind being our own thing. Me either, but I still just feel like we're the South. So I don't like people saying we're not the South. That's just what I feel like. Do I like the Cowboys? Personally, no. But my mom is a huge Cowboys fan because she's from Texas. So personally, I'm like, they kind of suck. Kinda. What do you think about the Cowboys, Oxen? Ooh. Why does he look like Shaq? Who, me? Bro, I look nothing like Shaq. That's crazy. That's an insane thing to say. What is it about today that so many random people join this chat? I don't understand. I wonder what I did differently. I don't really mind because all of you are contributing to my total time watched. But today is an insane amount of random people in the chat, and I feel like I must have done something different. If you have a twang or a draw, you Southern. I somewhat agree with that. I always thought it would be interesting to visit, live outside the U.S. It was like a cool adventure. That's cool, man. So I don't think you answered when you went. I'm just kind of wondering when you went, like how long it's been since that visit until now, and like how much you've learned in that time. Or how much you learned when you were there too. Because what you said is actually a good example of what I tell people. It's a totally different experience to go somewhere and be with like a host family or something where you're forced to experience Spanish. You could move to a different country and not be immersed in Spanish. You could stay in your room all day. You could never have interactions with people. You could gravitate to English speakers that are also in the country and never become fluent in the language. So lots of people think that they would just move somewhere and automatically become fluent, which is not the case. Have I ever ice fished? No, I have not. I've walked on ice, but I've never ice fished. I'm from the South, bro. Like, I went to college in New York, but by that time I was not doing any fishing or so. I was like going to school. So I fished when I was really young in South Carolina when I lived there. A little bit in Louisiana too, but it was different. Like, we were like catching crawfish and shit. It wasn't really fishing like that. Let's see, last night I streamed for 3 hours. When you give somebody a timeout, how long is it? You mean like a YouTube timeout? Let's see. I'm gonna put you on timeout. And and you can tell me when you're allowed to comment again. I just put you in timeout. Oh, you know, actually it says right here, fish was timed out by Quick Temper for 300 seconds. So that's how long you have. You know what? I'll undo it for you because you really just wanted to know. Oh no, I can't undo it, bro. No, I can't undo it. Sorry, bro. That was actually an accident. I thought I would be able to undo it. So, you should go to the lake of the woods and rent a sleeper house and ice fish. Bro, I'm gonna need someone to come with me that knows how to ice fish because I don't know shit about ice fishing. So, then I'll be scared to fall in. What's up, Jaden? Just sliding in LA. You know that my ankle's swollen, but still got a good chest workout in today. Appreciate the motivation. Hey, I'm happy to hear that, bro. Hope it was a great session. Your ankle's probably gonna be swollen for a while, but you know, whenever you can, start moving it around. Try to put some pressure on it as soon as you can and get back to normal. I went a little over a year ago. I've been learning Spanish for a little over a year as well. Okay, that's a good timeline then. I feel like a year roughly is where some pretty good breakthroughs happen. So, have I seen Mexican OT? What about him? Like, what do you mean? Have I seen him in real life? Or are you asking me, do I know who he is? Because that's crazy if you're asking me, do I know who he is? Insane of you to ask me that, bro. I probably supported Mexican OT. That Mexican OT, I probably supported him before he was getting 10,000 views on YouTube, bro. Probably. I have a football game tomorrow and I play on turf, so I can already feel the turf burn. Ooh, yeah, that's tough. Turf is the worst. You know, more injuries happen on turf than on fresh field. More ACL injuries, actually. The NFL is... There's scientists that are asking the NFL to play only on fresh grass because of the amount of injuries that happen on turf. What is my channel about? You're kind of lost. My channel is about everything. My channel is about me. What do? I work on myself every single day. I'm a strength and conditioning coach, but I also speak 2 languages. So every day, Angel, I missed the fishing talk, kinda. Every day I work on myself in some form or fashion, and people come in here and we talk about improving ourselves. We talk about the news, we talk about reading, we talk about languages, we talk about fitness, we talk about everything up in here. Scream he is him, then laugh out loud? What does that mean, bro? But yeah, I fished before, but like I was telling Freshwater Fisher, I fished when I was a little kid in South Carolina. I used to go fishing a lot. Me and my grandpa used to fish in Louisiana too. But as an adult, I don't think, no, I haven't fished at all as an adult or even past like 14 years old. I haven't fished. I went to Florida on vacation and when I was in college. We were just on the bank fishing, like not even in a boat or anything. And I pulled up a fish. It had been so long since I had fished that I could like bitched out when I needed to grab the fish. Like when I was a kid, I would just, grab it so that it can't wriggle around. I grabbed it when I was an adult and it started moving. And I was like, oh shit. Like I just like, it had been so long that I just bitched out, bro. I grabbed it. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, that shit was wriggling hard as fuck. It kind of cut my hand, bro. Sometimes we just want to talk. Hey, I figured that from a lot of people that came into the chat tonight. Some people were telling me that they just search up live stream or live chat and just hop in. So you feel sad when talking about fishing? Why? This is very opposite takes right there. I feel sad when I talk about fishing. I love fishing, man. I love hearing what someone fishing or fished before. But yeah, that shit is funny though, right? I really was like, I felt like a hoe, but I tried to grab it. I was like, oh shit. Like, I don't remember them moving that much, bro. That shit was fighting for his life. Yeah, but the ACL injuries definitely suck. That's tough. Your brother? What about your brother? I feel like this is about to get incredibly dark. I'm kind of worried. I can handle it, but it just feels like it's about to get dark. 35 people have voted about liking this live stream, but only 7 people have liked the stream. That's insane. I used to go fishing with him. Is he not around anymore? That's where it seems like this. Okay, but he passed away. I figured that's what was gonna happen. Well, you got 2 options. No, you got multiple options. You can look back on those memories fondly and not get sad. You can go fishing in his honor and not be sad. You know, or you can keep doing what you're doing. I think it's okay to be sad, but I think it's better to remember the good times than to dwell on the person not being here anymore. And that's easy for me to say because I'm not talking about my brother that died, right? But I'm just saying, our loved ones that died are not coming back. So I prefer to look on the positive side of things. Damn, he was your only brother. That's sad. 28 inches on the lake. That's crazy. Angel, do you still fish or not? Yeah, 28 inches in the same pause. You would like a tattoo? A tattoo of what? Oh, Giselle, you're saying you want a tattoo in his honor. You want to get a tattoo of his face or what? Ooh, caught a nice rainbow trout. That's dope. Been thinking about it? Just do it. Listen, lots of people say you'll regret tattoos. I've never regretted one tattoo that I got before, but I'm like, why? It's my oldest tattoo. I love seeing it and just thinking, wow, I got a tattoo when I was that young. So, damn, y'all making me want to go fishing now, bro. You know what I'm gonna do? And this could be some good content right here. I'm gonna go to one of the fishing towns here since I live in Colombia, and I'm gonna ask somebody to teach me how to fish, and I'm gonna record it for y'all. I'm gonna go to one of like the port towns, like Buenaventura or like somewhere like that where people really go out and fish. And I'm gonna really act like I don't know shit because at this point, it's been so long since I fished, then I would say I don't know how to fish. I'm from Colombia, not Colombia. You're from Colombia, the country. I live in Colombia right now. What part of Colombia are you from, Giselle? But yeah, Angel, I think that would be some dope content. I'm gonna pull up on somebody like, yo, how much do you want to teach me how to fish? I'll pay you to teach me how to fish today. Oh, you're from Cali? I'm in Cali right now. But yeah, y'all got me thinking about going fishing, bro. I might have to do it. Oxa, you wanna go fishing? You wanna go fishing?
Do I have to be quiet to fish?
It helps.
I'm not that big.
1 cent? Nah, bro. Bratty Brady? No, I'm not. I'm married. Sorry. That was a very random question. Why is your name Bratty Brady? Bro, you got an NFL page. Why would that be your question as an NFL page? You could have asked me, do I watch the NFL? Anything, bro. Nah, bro. What you mean you wasn't saying it like that? Well, how else could you be saying it, bro? What are you talking about? In real life fishing trip. Hey, I'm down, bro. Angel, where you live at again, bro? I feel like you live in like Arizona now or something. Something like that. What you mean, my fault, gang, bro? You asked it, bro. You're the one that's on the suspect list right now, bro. I don't know why you asked that. What made you ask that, bro? What languages do I speak? I barely speak any, but if I had to say that I spoke languages, I would say I barely speak English and I barely speak Spanish. And I know like 2 words in Portuguese. Nah, I don't speak 3 languages. I speak English and Spanish. My dad speaks fluent Arabic, so I do know how to read and write Arabic, but I can't like speak. I can't communicate with people. But if someone like wrote Arabic, I could read it phonetically. Even if I didn't know what the word meant, I could be like, oh, this says this, like roughly. You speak 3 languages? What languages do you speak? Brady Brady, I'm from Zimbabwe. That's dope, bro. What languages do you speak? I feel like you gotta speak at least 2 languages if you live in Zimbabwe, right? Minnesota is known for the most lakes in the United States, right? I think so. Giselle says English is not my first language. I knew that. I would never say it because I wouldn't want to make you feel a certain way. But I definitely knew that. I can tell. I can tell when people comment to me in Spanish and they're not Spanish speakers, and I can tell when people comment in English. Just because, like, technically, if whenever you're speaking a language that's not your first language, if someone is like really paying attention, they can always tell that it's just off just a tiny bit. And it doesn't mean that you're not communicating yourself well, and it doesn't mean that you're saying anything wrong. But it's just, I don't know how to explain it. There's like a natural flow of things, right? And like I said, if you really pay attention, and it, like a lot of y'all probably don't know my history, but like I was like military intelligence and stuff like that. So I'm real good with body language. I'm real good. I'm super observant about stuff. So I always know a lot of things. I've talked to people in real life that have like great English. And I just be like, what's your first language? And they'll be like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, what's your first language? And I get them, bro. I get them every time. I'm Sexy Red's cousin, or you're not? AMB reacts, yo, what time is it in India, bro? Damn, why the chat lit right now? You speak English, oh, you speak Spanish, English, French, and sign language. And which order did you learn those? The land of 1,000 lakes. But there's actually more lakes than that. That's crazy. Yes, you can always tell if someone's native of your language. I see you kicking me off. Wowzers. Axel said I got 15 more minutes. Till 10:30, I'm getting off of here. But yeah, A and B the flow. And there's just certain phrases or certain words that we would choose to use. There's also especially depending on where a person grows up at. Uh, they'll use, I don't know how to explain it, but they'll use translations that people will understand, but it doesn't necessarily sound the best in the other language, right? So lots of Spanish speakers say like they got down from the car. No one's gonna be like, why did you say that? But no one that doesn't speak Spanish would ever say they got down from the car. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm hitting the hay. Yeah, bro, you need to go to sleep. You got a football game tomorrow, bro. There's a certain pitch and flow. Yeah, that's true too. And every once in a while, translation will give it away. But lots of people are definitely good enough in a language where, like I said, the words wouldn't be wrong, but sometimes they're so proper or so different to what an everyday person would use that you're like, Giselle says, I do use more like academic English. Oh, that kind of goes with what I just said. Like, sometimes it's so proper that you're like, that's weird. Not so good with slangs. That's a good example right there. Not, like I said, not going in on you or nothing like that. But an American person would never put slangs in plural. That only works in other languages. Everything is just slang. There's a whole lot of slang, a slang word, but we would never put S on slang. But why do you say you're not good with slang? Have you tried to use slang and you're like, ooh, that didn't come out right or what? And if you said you're from Cali, but you don't live in Cali right now, where do you live at now? You live in the States or what? All right, freshwater fisher. We will see you some other time. Thank you for joining the stream, sir. Thank you for your service. But A&B Reacts, how's your English been going, bro? I haven't talked to you really since the last time, since we did our podcast. You know what I mean? How's your English been going? How's life, bro? Feel like we haven't talked in a minute. I usually go to Miami, Tampa, Chicago. Do you visit those spots or you live there? I might have missed it. I thought you said you were, my fault. Okay. When you said you were from Cali, I thought you were saying like you were from there, but you don't live there no more. Do you still live in Cali or no? That's the other thing about like text conversations. Sometimes you think you're understanding something and you be like, miscommunication. Oh, for the weekend. That's dope. It's been coming along good. I've been very busy. Been seeing your videos once in a while still. That's good, man. Keep it up, bro. Like I told you before, your English accent, hella good. Dun, 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 dun. I study in a university there in Boca Raton. Just go for classes or meetings. Boca Raton, that's close to Fort Lauderdale, right? Close to Miami. I don't know if it's considered close to you, but if it's within 1 hour, I consider that close. That's pretty close to Miami, right? Fort Lauderdale. I want to say I passed that before when I was. Okay, yes. Okay, you said yeah. Yeah. I got my subs up. Yeah, they're going up slowly. Oh, you're in Colombia now. Oh, okay, I thought you moved from here. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Shit, you're the person I need to be talking to. Listen, I'm always looking for more stuff to do here. So if you know something that you're like, yo, people don't know this, but you need to go here. This is a cool place to visit. This is a cool place to blah blah blah. Um, Let me know. Hey, big man, I just want to let you know that big muscles don't mean you can fight. I completely agree. Good thing I don't have big muscles, and good thing I can fight. So, I don't know why you just texted that to me. I ain't trying to start nothing. I'm just saying. Well, thanks for just saying. I don't know if you could see this tattoo right here. I'm pretty black, so you probably can't see it. But I've been a boxer my entire life, so if you want to fight, just let me know. I love to fight. Where? Here? There? No, here. I live in Cali, Colombia. I know. CJ Johnson came in on smoke. I was like, I want to fight CJ now. That's my kind of guy right there, bro. I feel like we could be really good friends after I beat your ass. But she said, "Why are you lost?" Nah, I'm not trying to fight, but those big muscles don't mean nothing. I don't have big muscles, bro. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Cali or California? No, I've never lived in California. I live in Cali, Colombia. I'm in Cali, Colombia right now. I mean, I've been to California before, but never lived there. And I don't like going there. You won't catch me there unless I have to be there. Neighbors. Yeah. How long am I planning on staying here? I gotta go back to Texas in December for my grandma's birthday. Mike, have you been here the whole time, bro? You fake as hell. I gotta go back to Texas in December. Then I come back in January. Then I stay here for as long as I can. So I don't know exactly, but I'll be here for a while. Just saw your comment reply. Did you end up figuring it? Bro, no, I didn't figure it out, bro. I promise you, I clicked everything, bro. It said that the chat was supposed to show in the video and it just never did. So I don't really know what happened, to be honest. CJ Johnson, LOL JK, where are you from, bro? And do you like to box or no? If you don't, you should get into boxing. It's fun. Nah, Mike, I don't like California. I don't. It's just like it's a Washington 2.0, bro. Like too much. It's like guns are banned there, but there's hella crime and too. Not on the political thing, but it's like crazy liberal for so much crime to still be happening there. So much homelessness. The one time I went, somebody was charging me up. That's when I like actually wore fitted. Somebody was like, "Hey, cuz, where you from? Cuz, why you got that cap on, cuz?" I'm like, bro, it's a dope hat, bro. It's not no gang shit. I don't know what you're talking about. So, I won't stand for this California slander. Cali trash, bro. No disrespect. You ain't gonna catch me out there, bro. LA is crazy, bro. Central Valley is fine. I don't really know I don't know California like that to tell you. I was in LA and I was in Oxnard. I was in Oxnard for a boxing tournament. Where am I from? I'm from Texas. Texas. The greatest state, obviously. But yeah. LA is different, way different. Angel, what's considered the Central Valley? Tell me like a city there or something like that. I don't really know what the Central Valley is. Have you been to Valle de Cora? No, I don't even know what that is. So the southern part, it gets liberal, LA, Long Beach, then racist elsewhere. What major city outside of cities in Texas do you like? Bro, I don't like cities in Texas. First of all, I'm not a city boy, so big cities just already give me bad vibes, bro. But what city do I like? Nah, bro, I'm not a big city person, bro. Like, I think I said that before. There's places in states that I like, but if you name a big city, I'm gonna be like, I'm not trying to go there, bro. It's too crazy. Too many people, too much crime. No. I like certain places. I've been to a lot of different states, either through sports or the military or whatever. So I have a lot of memories. I've been to Memphis. I went to college in New York. I've been to Florida on vacation multiple times. St. Augustine, that's a nice area. Jacksonville, not so much. I never been to Tampa. My dad lives in Tampa right now, so I might go visit him out there. Um, I've been to Lawrenceville, you know that. I've been to Atlanta. Not a fan of Atlanta itself, but Georgia as a whole is cool. I lived in South Carolina. I lived in North Carolina. I lived in Texas. I lived in Louisiana. Washington's okay. It's okay. But like I said, the closer I get to big cities, I'm like, it's a nice place close to you. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. When I get off the stream, I'll look it up. How come you live in Cali? Sorry if it's too personal, just curious. Um, I just wanted to be honest. I have a friend here that taught me Spanish, and so I wanted to come visit him, and I just wanted to do something different in my life at the moment. I just wanted to come live out here, so we left when we came out here. City boys. Basically, I'm from the farming side of Cali, mostly a right-leaning place, but only a real problem in certain cities. Cough, Oakdale. You know, one of my longest standing clients was from Cali, and she was like, and when I say Cali, I mean California. She was like a child of farmers, but then she went to school to like I don't even know what it's called, bro, but she learned more about farming in school and like how like what seeds needed what temperatures and it was like an agricultural degree. I never even heard of no one getting no shit like that, bro. But she needed to continue her family's business and take over the farm and shit. So that's my farming experience with California. I didn't realize how much farmland was in California until her. She was telling me about it. She was like, "Oh yeah, we got this much acres and we're in this." I'm making shit up. It's like farmers union where we do this and fight against the government trying to take our land away and shit like that. I was like, oh damn. I didn't even know Cali had farms, bro. Thought that shit was just LA. I'll show you around. Nice, beautiful country. You know what? I've had nothing but good experiences here so far. People say there's a lot of crime here and stuff like that, but you know, nothing but good experiences. Axel's telling me I need to get off the stream. Can I do 5 more minutes? 5 more, because that'll be 130 minutes. Ha! I got 5 more minutes. I gotta ask her like she's my mom and shit. I got 5 minutes, y'all. This is another stream that started slow, but it picked up. This is a good stream, I would say. Especially for it to be a back-to-back stream. I did a stream yesterday too, so. Good stream. Favorite state outside of Texas? I would have to say South Carolina just because I lived there for a long time. and I have a lot of good memories there. So I think I will pick South Carolina. I took a soil science class in college. It gets real scientific when it comes to farming. The Dust Bowl was something really important we learned from to advanced farming practices. Oh, that makes sense. That actually makes sense. You know, one of my favorite books, I can't think of what it was called, but it was about the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl and the crops getting fucked up. And bro, I was way too young to read this book. She had like some kerosene oil on the stove and it was on fire, and she threw it out the door, and her mom was walking in at that exact moment. Her face caught on fire, and I was like 5 years old, bro, and I was like, what the she killed her, bro. Yeah, it was traumatizing. Says, I used to stream before. It's entertaining. What did you stream about? What did you talk about? Or what did you do? Did you play games? Did you stream about certain stuff or what? Do these streams still exist? Did I read it in school? Yes, I did read it in school. Lots of the books I read in school, I think we were too young to read, but it was good. It was good for advancing our minds. It's not even David. Dade. Hi, how are you doing, bro? I was doing a master's, so I needed to be up. That's cool. I probably might do a master's. I might do it here, actually, so we'll see. Let me see how much it costs. Sapiens, that's a book about like history, right? History of humanity. I've read that once in the past. Where did you stream at? Did you stream it on this current YouTube channel, or did you stream it on like Twitch or what like that? What personality traits in someone automatically tell you that you don't vibe with someone? Attention seeking, obnoxiously is mine. Seem like a certain type of person that really annoys me. If someone's like trying to convince me that they're a good person or convince me that they're a type of person, I'm like, bro, I'm automatically suspicious of you now. Like, I feel like you're covering something up, because why do you need to tell me how much of a good person you are? I don't like it. So that's something that throws me off. Or people that just talk way too much. One-uppers too. If I say something, they're like, oh yeah, I did that before. It's actually not that hard. I'm like, okay, I will literally never tell you anything again. Hello, sir. How are you doing, Elon Musk's child? Oh, see, Rolando said the child of Elon Musk. Well, I am getting very close to 130 minutes, so I got about 15 seconds that I'm about to spend saying bye to everybody. Listen, I stream on here twice, sometimes 3 times a week, but y'all can still follow my other social media. All you gotta do is go on Instagram, type in QUICKTEMPA. Actually, I'll put the link in the chat right now. Y'all go follow my Instagram, and if you have any questions or anything you need, holla at your boy, and I will respond, and yes, that's my Instagram. I just put the link in the chat. But y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all the next time. I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, it might be Wednesday. I think I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. And when I got a lot of stuff to do, I get tired and I don't wanna stream. So, but I appreciate all of y'all for participating in the chat tonight. And I will see y'all later. So, peace.